Ladies and gents, we've got to be rather quiet. As you can see, I've snuck into the dressing room of West Brom ahead of today's game. And well, as you can see from the boards behind us, tactically they don't look like they've got anything planned. It's looking great. But before we crack on with this big clash, we do of course have some games to catch up on. And by catch up games, I mean one a singular game where we slid our big girthy meat inside of Swansea. Which, friends, briefly brings us here to the notebook, and as you can see, Adipan has picked up the Sky Bet Championship Young Player of the Month, but as you'll notice from the bottom, not only has he dedicated it to us, but we had a runner-up as well, as Jaden Williams just missed out on that. As well as that going on, we also have Crompton joining Dagenham and Redbridge on loan. Now, Joshua Crompton, of course, is the youngster we stole from Liverpool. He's got plenty of potential going forward. Right now, though, he's just sitting in our youth team developing. Thought he would develop a little bit better at Dagenham, so he's gone to play there. They said they would use him as an important player, I believe it was, so I'm happy with his playing time there. We then have the York Mentoring Month in review, and just give me a second as I turn my telly off because I have baseball on there and it's rather distracting right now. So, York Mentor Month in review. Who has got new traits? We have James Norwood, doesn't really matter to us, but he now likes to run with the ball rarely. We have Carl Jenkinson, hugs lines, and people just hugs. Anyways, Berahino has managed to develop a new trait, tries killer balls often. He wants to leave, but if he stays here, that'd be rather useful for him to do. But enough rambling from me. It is, of course, time to crack on with today's big game as we take on West Brom. And so, ladies and gents, match day is finally upon us, and as you can see, there is quite a few interesting games going on today. I'm mainly focusing on Hull City, hoping they beat Swansea. Like I previously said, I of course want Hull City to do well, but I also want to see Peterborough, Swansea, Portsmouth, QPR and Millwall, that group of teams, so all struggle, make it easier for the rest of us to stay up, and they can battle it out to decide who goes down. We also have a few other games going on. Sunderland, Barnsley, doesn't really matter to us. Sheffield Wednesday, Ipswich, again, similar sort of situation. Reading versus Stoke, that one shouldn't really matter. That's a battle to see who tries to go up. Portsmouth, Middlesbrough, we of course want Middlesbrough in that one. Nottingham Forest, Luton, Nottingham Forest, would be nice if they could win that. Millwall, Peterborough, of course, want a draw in that one. Leeds United, QPR, Leeds, could help out, that would be nice. Derby County versus Fulham, we want Fulham. Bristol City versus Bournemouth, we want Bournemouth in that one. And Birmingham is already kicked off against Blackburn, and well, I guess Blackburn if we're going to pick one of them, but not really that fussed. But enough rambling from me, let's go have a little look at who's in our squad for today. We are of course going to apply the opposition instructions. I've left it on a positive mentality. They're suggesting to go to a balanced. We're going to go one better. I'm going to roll it back to cautious. Anyway, perfect pitch condition here today. 17,748 tickets have been sold out of a 26,688 capacity. This is 11th versus 8th. It's showery and 14 degrees Celsius and calm. It was originally supposed to be heavy snow, so the fact it's showery, I guess, is a little bit better. But we are, of course, changing this to cautious. And our team for today is George in goal, the backline of Fleming, Terry, Adipan and Shakin Stevens. On the wings is Lou Barler and Williams with Lawless in between. And central midfield is Rowley and Sorensen. Up front, the big girthy meat bench consisting of Prisbeck, Klein, Shipley, Goss, Pedder, Berahino and Samuel Vokes. But let's go talk to the lads, shall we? Okay, so we are the little team in this one, so we're definitely going for a pump fist approach. That narrows it down to the media has given you a lot of credit lately. Put on a wavy display, not too bad. I know we are underdogs here. Go out there and give the fans nowhere away from home. I expect nothing but a win. Nope, we've got nothing to lose here. We know how good we are. Let's show everyone what we're capable of. We've been on a good run of form lately, so it's mainly between nothing to lose here, and the media lately has given us, we've got nothing to lose. Let's go show them big girthy meat, Shakin Stevens. It's pump both of those up. Let's skip the walkout. Let's crack on with this match. Let's try and pick up a win here today. We are flying high right now. If we can pick up a win, that'd be amazing. Lawless right now, though, plays it inside to Williams. He goes back out wide to Shaking Stevens. Shaking Stevens is being pushed out to the byline, though. He plays it back to Williams. Williams now turns, passes it back to Shaking Stevens. Was he offside? No, it looks like he wasn't. Clips off the defender, though, and goes straight to Johnson. Not the greatest of crosses there, my friend. Maybe take an extra touch. No, then whip it in. Instead, it's just going to be hoofed up. Thankfully, Adipan intercepts it, nods it on for Rowley. Rowley up to Lawless now. Lawless up to the big Gerfy Meat. He plays it back to Lawless. Lawless, lovely ball over the top to big Gerfy Meat. One-on-one with Johnson. And the big Gerfy Meat just hoofs it into the crowd. Sometimes he places it very nicely into the bottom corner. Other times, he does that. He just does that. Anyways, Nottingham Forest fans, you're 2-0 up against Luton. Millwall 1-0 up against Peterborough, and Fulham is 1-0 up against Derby. 1-1 in the Reading Stoke game, and it's 2-1 now in the Nottingham Forest versus Luton game. 2-0 to Ipswich as well, 2-1 in the Reading game now. Swansea is 3-0 up against Hull City as well. But right now, I'm having a nice little sip of my drink as they whipping across, and we nod it away with Rowley. Lawless is just going to hoof it away though and give it straight back to Clark Salter. Clark Salter now back to Johnson. Barnsley, by the way, 1-0 up now away to Sunderland, and Nottingham Forest has just made it 3-1 against Luton. Lubala though tries a ball through. Unfortunately, Clark Salter again with the interception, and they are in possession as they play it up to Robinson in the second circle. He's going to play it back. It's a ball over the top to Arizo. Arizo one-on-one with the keeper. Broke through our defence. Pretty dismal. Pretty dismal. We're going to have to go positive. That was terrible. We'll let them just chip the ball over the top. As you can see, for the most part, our team is playing pretty decent. Our shooting, though, has been dismal. Our shooting has been dismal, and I'm going to point that out. Our shooting has not been good enough. It needs to improve. I know generally, lads, you're playing well, but the shooting needs to be better. Lubala, 6.3. Need much more from you. Bristol City, by the way, 1-0 up against Bournemouth in that one. QPR's 3-0 up against Leeds United. What's going on with these relegation scrap teams right now? QPR's winning. We've got Swansea winning. Millwall is 5-0 up against Peterborough. Peterborough is having an awful time. Down 11 points. 8-point gap from getting out. Thankfully, we've got a nice clear gap building at the moment. But right now, we'd like to continue to build that. Not drop points against West Bromwich Albion. So, okay. Our big Gerfy Meat's taken a knock as well. So, Gerfy Meat has been bruised. Lubala is on a 6-3, but we do have players who are tired and on yellow cards. Adiapan, you're going to have to go off, my friend. You're on a yellow card. You're tired. Terry's on a yellow card as well. Can't really take him off, though, so we're going to have to risk it for the biscuit with him. Williams has a yellow card out on the wing. We've got Lubala on that 6-3, though. I'm sorry, Lubala's going to have to go. We're risking it with Terry. We're risking it with Williams. We're probably going to go down to 10 men. But I think this is our only real opportunity of trying to grab a point back. Wallace right now, going to whip it in the corner. Where's he going to go with this one? Near post. Fleming. Come on, Brandon. No. Ref? Surely the whole ball didn't cross there. Referee. Go to the little telly man, please. Please, I'm begging you. I swear Brandon cleared that. Let's have another look at this one. Wallace, header, hits back post. I'm pretty damn sure Brandon kept that out. Give us the goal line. Goal line, it's... This angle's terrible. Maybe, you know, side on. Side on. So it's 2-0. We're going to have to push on a bit further. Go attacking. They've just hit the post now. Wallace gets it back. Edge of the box. He's going to turn in. Shoots again. Thankfully, sails over the bar. So, looks like we're going to fall to a disappointing loss here today against West Bromwich Albion. Now, of course, it's a game we should be losing. We should be losing to West Brom, but we shouldn't have one on target for the entirety of the game. That's the disappointing element of this match. If we put in a good performance, got some shots on target, I could take it. Berahino though, short Sorensen. Can we pull a goal back? At least make this one look okay. No, Sorensen's going to give him the ball straight back. Nowhere near getting it to anyone else from our team, and instead just passes them the ball back. Thankfully, the shot is nowhere near, but it's been dismal. It's been rather dismal. Bristol City, by the way, 2-2 in that game against Bournemouth now. Sorensen tries a ball up to Vokes, but again, the passing. You're supposed to be our key passer, Sorensen. You're in there as our playmaker. You're supposed to play nice balls through. You're just giving the ball away. These passes have been awful. Wallace inside now to Deli. Deli to Arizo. And George cannot keep it in. Too hard for him to handle as he just pushes it into the corner of the net. So, we're going to have to try and bounce back in the next episode. By the way, speaking of bad news, FA Cup draw came in. I forgot to do it on the episode. I apologise. It doesn't really matter. We're probably getting knocked out of the FA Cup in the third round anyway, because we're versing West Ham. And West Ham is looking pretty damn tasty. So, it's all downhill. But hopefully we can bounce back in the next couple of episodes, as we have 2 reasonably easy games. Of course, fixtures remaining as they are, but we will of course be coming back for Swansea in the next one, like I said, if that fixture list doesn't change, and then Peterborough, I believe, in the episode after. 2 games no, not Peterborough, sorry, Portsmouth. So Swansea, then Portsmouth, both away from home in the next couple of episodes, fixture list providing. Hopefully we can pick up a couple of wins in them, as well as some of the games in between as well. But I thank you all for joining us on this one. I'm sorry about the results. Hopefully you have a better night than we did on this pitch. And goodbye.